Hello, my name is Dr. Brian Reed, and I'm a naturopathic doctor, and this is a video in response to a question that someone posted on one of my other videos. Just before I jump into this, if you happen to be watching this video on YouTube, please note that YouTube doesn't ask my permission ahead of time whether they can put video ads at the start of my videos, and I don't receive any financial compensation from YouTube for them putting video ads on my videos. So with that out of the way, the question is from an individual who says they were living in a moldy house 5 months ago. The person did a test and they had elevated markers of, so it would be a mold mycotoxin test because it says there's elevated levels of mold in my urine. It's a semantics thing, but they look for mycotoxins in urine. Mold is too big to get into urine, but the toxins that are produced by mold can get into the urine, hence the urine mycotoxin testing to determine if there's mold exposure. And then the question further goes on to say that the person's young son has headaches, dark circles under the eyes, and the headaches have been bad for a few years. And then the question is, could this be due to a past exposure to mold? So it's a really good question. As per usual, nothing that I say should be construed as medical advice. Please only pursue medical advice given by your personal health authority. But just to answer this question more academically, the question is ultimately, can a person potentially have headaches when they were in a moldy house and they're out of the moldy house, and could those headaches still be related to mold? So that is absolutely possible. There's a plethora of clinical evidence, and there's also research evidence indicating that when a person is out of a moldy environment, a significant number of folks will actually still continue to have symptoms when they're out of that moldy environment. And in a lot of those cases, at least based on my clinical experience, that seems to be due to the fact that mold can colonize a person's sinuses. So the mold, the mold spores that the person's breathing in, day in and day out, can actually colonize their sinuses, and then they essentially become a walking mold incubator that can actually be perpetuated by the mold itself, because some of the mold mycotoxins are actually quite immunosuppressive. They're also very pro-inflammatory, which also interferes with the patient's healthy physiology, their healthy immune system function. So the immune system kind of gets distracted, jacking up inflammation levels in the body, possibly causing headaches or other symptoms, while not having the resources available to actually fight off foreign invaders like mold. So it's a very brilliant defense strategy and sort of a colonization strategy on the part of the mold, but unfortunately much to the detriment of the person's sinuses in which the mold is living. So I hope that this answers the question. If there's any further questions about this topic or anything else, don't hesitate to post that in the comment section below, and I will leave it there.